Remembering the Ineffable. So this covers historical events that happened during World War II, one being the Holocaust and the other one being the dropping of the atomic bomb. Both of these films embody the concept of the ineffable as they talk about events that are really just too terrible to put into words. In Night and Fog, which talks about the Holocaust, it tells you what happened, and it does this by showing films of the time and also using commentary. It also informs, the viewer of the different things that happened to the people that we may not have known about, and specifically going into the different situations that the people within the concentration camps faced, such as castration and being tested on. If you hadn't been informed of all the terrible things that happened there, when you saw that image, you wouldn't think, you know, how, terrible it is that, it looks normal. It seems as if all the terrible things that the people went through is being forgotten, in my opinion. And it just drives in the fact that we can't forget about the mistakes that we made. In Black Rain, it discusses the dropping of the atomic bomb, and we aren't really informed of the dropping of the atomic bomb other than the fact that it was necessary to end the war and that it obliterated a city, killed many people in the process, and that even afterwards, people were still dying due to its effects. Black Rain mainly focuses on the stories of the people after the dropping of the bomb, which really drives in the emotion because you aren't really told about all the suffering that the people went through when they were trying to make their lives normal again. One of the stories that's very sad is of a woman when she's, trying to create a family, get married, have children, but she's unable to do so because she can't find a proper suitor. No one wants to, marry someone who's that sick, and she can't have children because of the radiation, and eventually she ends up dying because of it. And another depressing story being, family members that can't even recognize, you know, anyone because of the fact of the trauma that they went through that, they aren't recognizable anymore. And it's just really hard to believe that, things like this happen, but it did. Overall, both of them are kind of contrasting or, really going to heads of information that we've been told. Many of the classes that we are taught, these events about are very vague and, learn from your mistakes, don't recreate this again. And this really shows you, like, yeah, don't recreate your mistakes because this was terrible.